Okay, so Jorge, I think we can start with our class. Okay, and
Okay.
before we start, I would like to ask you a question, Jorge. What is your last memory as a kid? What is your last memory as a kid?
Uh, Happy or the
The last one you remember?
Uh, Maybe knows the last,
Okay.
but is the most happy.
Okay.
I remember that when I play video games with my parents.
Okay.
Uh, we played Super Nintendo.
Okay.
In special, the game is Super Mario World.
All
Uh,
right. Okay.
is I was fantastic because uh, the three to play and
Okay.
in the one turn and one chance and with loss take the other control and the next player.
Okay. So Super Mario World was before or after Super Mario 64?
uh, After.
After. Okay. Okay. Did you play that one? Super Mario 64?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Did you like it?
Yes, I like it.
That was awesome, right? That was awesome. Okay. All right, Jorge. Thank you.
Mario
Okay.
Kart 2
Oh, Mario
is
Kart. That
very
was a good one.
nice.
That was a good
Yeah.
one too. Okay. It said, are you there?
Yes, teacher. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm not a morning person, but I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm not a
Why?
morning person. I don't like getting up in the morning, but I do my best. Okay, Itzel, do you remember your last memory as a kid? Do you remember
My last memory as a what?
as a kid?
I don't understand the
All right,
question.
as a child, as a girl, when you were a kid,
Oh, yeah, kid.
a
Okay.
kid. Mhm.
Hmm. Well, this is difficult. I don't remember what I, I eat yesterday, but
All right.
uh, when we traveled to the beach with my family,
Okay.
I was 10 years old, I think, and
Okay.
we have a little uh, a little disaster with my family because we have I don't know how to use it, but we was at the beach um like I don't know how to use it, like una ola nos revolcó.
Okay.
All my family, and this was very
Uh-huh.
very funny first, but was horrible because we have well, i I remember this part a lot in my life because it was horrible for me. I know you I'm a kid, was uh, difficult to forget.
Okay, so that was like a strong memory for you.
Yeah, but how do you say hola or this accident?
Okay, send us rolling. You could use a wave, send us rolling like this.
Okay.
A wave, send us rolling. Nos revolcó en pasado, ¿no? A wave, send rolling es como dar vueltas, ¿no?
Okay.
A
Okay.
wave, send us rolling. Nos revolcó, nos hizo dar de vueltas. Okay, that was scary at the time, but now it's funny, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I was asking you this because we were going to practice something related with your childhood. But before we start, did you check Unit 4? All the topic grammars in Unit 4. Did you do that? Jorge, did you do it? Nope. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I speak in English.
Okay. Didn't you find anything that you need like more practice?
What is the question? Sorry.
Okay. Did you review Unit 4? Remember that you were going to review Unit 4 for topics that you need more practice with, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you didn't have any kind of questions with going to or with
No, it's all clear.
all clear. Okay. All right. Okay, that was good. And what about you itself? Didn't you have any questions?
I think no. Not this moment.
All right. Okay, not this moment. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. Okay. And Isaac, good morning. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine, and you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you. Okay, Isaac. So we were discussing, do you remember what is your last memory as a kid?
Maybe yes, because I am 22 years old, and maybe I remember good. But I remember that the best remember is when was I don't know the weekend.
Okay.
With my family.
Okay. What did you do with your family at the weekends?
I remember that we meet a restaurant.
Okay. Okay.
And I think we went the park or different places, and I like these activities.
Okay. All right. That was great. Sounds great. Okay, Isaac. Thank you. Victor, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, teacher. Fine. Sorry for being late.
Don't worry, it's fine. Okay, so Victor, we were discussing about, or we were talking about our last memories as kids. Do you remember your last memory as a kid?
The last
memory you remember? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's a birthday.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And what did you do in that birthday?
I remember the gift.
Okay. But do you remember the feeling, or what do you remember?
Yeah, the feeling, the reaction.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay, sounds great. Okay, so I was asking you this because we were going to talk about childhood, right? And phrases related with childhood. So I wanted first to know your experiences, your memories as kids. And now we can analyze this conversation right here, okay? But before we continue, I would like to analyze this text with the connected speech, remember? Okay, so Itzel, how do you think it's gonna sound? That's y luego How it's gonna sound that?
That's a.
That's a. All right, so how would you say that's a great?
That's a great.
Okay. All right, so I'm kind of. How would you say that, Isaac? Kind of. Isaac, are you there?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay.
Kind of, you can find or you can use when you refer tipo de o tipo algo.
Okay. All right, yeah. But it is also used for when you want to say más o menos, kind of, right? So if someone asks you something like, do you like, I don't know, do you like cake? Well, kind of would mean más o menos. So, but I wasn't. Remember, whenever you have a but and but I wasn't born there, you could say. So, okay. My parents were born in Hong Kong, but they moved to Sao Paulo just before I was born. Okay, how long did you live there? Until I was 6. I was 6. Okay, Jorge, how would you say I was 6?
I was 6.
6. Then we moved to the US. Oh yeah, we lived there for 10 years and we came here, okay, about 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago. Years. You need to stick the S with the A. Years ago. How would you say that, Victor? Years ago.
Years ago.
Years ago. Exactly. Okay, so did you grow up bilingual? Yes, we always spoke Chinese at home. Chinese at home. How would you say that itself? Chinese at home.
Chinese at home.
Right. I couldn't speak English. Speaking, right? So, Isaac, how would you say speaking?
Speaking English?
Not exactly. Speak English.
Speaking English? Speaking English?
You're adding an in there. And it's just speak English. Speak English.
Speaking English?
You're saying speaking English. And it's speak English.
Speaking English? Speaking English?
Okay, it's something like this. Speak English, as if you were saying this one. Right.
Speak English?
Exactly. Speak English. How would you say that? Okay, Victor, speak English.
Speak English.
Exactly. Itzel, how would you say speak English?
Speak English.
Exactly. And Jorge, finally, how would you say speak English?
Speak English.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So speak English. And I went to school and actually I can still speak. Okay. Speak a little. So speak a little. Speak a little. How would you say that, Victor? Speak a little.
Speak a little.
Exactly. Isaac, speak a little. How would you say that, Isaac?
Speak a little.
Okay. All right. And Itzel, speak a little.
Speak a little.
Exactly. And finally, Jorge, speak a little English.
Speak a little English.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we are going to role play this conversation. Okay, so Itzel, you are going to be Ling, and Victor, you are going to be Ramon. All right. So, okay, so we are going to role play this conversation as if you were having this conversation. Okay, so try to act as if you were discussing this in reality. All right, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go ahead.
That's a great baseball shirt. Link. Are you from Seattle?
Kind of. I lived there, but I wasn't born there.
Oh yeah? Where were you born?
In São Paulo, actually.
Sao Paulo, Brazil?
Yeah, my parents were born in Hong Kong, but they moved to São Paulo just before I was born.
Whoa, how long did you live there?
Until I was 6. Then we moved to the US.
To Seattle?
Yeah, we lived there for 10 years, and we come here to San Francisco about 3 years ago.
So did you grow up bilingual?
Well, we always spoke Chinese at home. I couldn't speak English until I went to school. And actually, I can still speak a little Portuguese.
Fine. Okay, that was great. Exactly. Okay, so the phrases we need to take into consideration with this text is until I was, right? Until I was, it was where it was. So what does that mean, Isaac? Until I was 6. What is that? That one.
In what part, teacher?
This one right here. This one.
Hasta los, cuando tenías 6, hasta los 6.
Hasta los 6, exactly, until I was 6. And then we moved to, what does that mean, Victor? We moved to London, or we moved to the US.
Mudarse.
Mudarse, exactly. So remember, move means mover, right? Move, and moving, and moving. But when you add to the verb move, it means mudarse. Okay, and you can add like, I'm moving from, me estoy mudando desde tal sitio, ¿no? O I'm moving to London, moving to es igual a mudarse, pero cuando vas a decir hacia dónde te vas a mudar, ¿no? We moved to the US, nos mudamos a los Estados Unidos. Oh, we moved from Mexico, nos mudamos de México. Cuando quieren referir a que se fueron de tal sitio, sería from. Y bueno, ¿a dónde fueron? Pues sería to. Okay, all right, that was great. So we can continue with the following thing. It was right here. Okay, so it says here, complete the 2 sentences below and then tell the class. Okay, all right. So you need to complete these sentences right here. I was born in, and then you need the place. And I grew up in, remember that grew up means crecí, me crié. So I was born in Jalapa and I grew up right here in Jalapa, in my case. So what about you, Itzel?
I was born in Morelia, Michoacán, and I grew up in Morelia.
All right. Okay. And Jorge, what about you?
I was born in Mexico City, and I grew up in Estado de Mexico.
Okay, all right. And Victor, what about you?
I was born in Izúcar, and I grew up in Puebla.
Okay, all right. And finally, Isaac, what about you?
I was born in Mexico City and I grew up in Mexico City.
Okay, all right. Okay, and grew up, it's a very useful verb because you can say something like, I'm a grown-up person. Grown up, a grown-up woman or a grown-up man means something like, ya soy un hombre, una mujer, ¿no? I'm a grown-up woman, a grown-up man. So grown-up, it's like an adjective. Y quiere decir
when you say in Spanish, me he convertido en un hombre o me he convertido en una mujer.
Es como decir que ya eres maduro, ya has crecido.
Okay.
I'm a grown-up man, soy ya un hombre maduro, ¿no? No, vaya, lo que estás dando a entender es que pues, ya no tienes conductas, no sé, infantiles o algo así, ¿no? So grown-up man o grown-up woman, personas ya adultas, mujeres y hombres adultos. Exacto. Okay, all right. So it says here, circle the correct words to complete the sentences. Use the conversation above to help you. Okay, so Jorge, Link's parents born or were born in Hong Kong? What is correct, born or were born?
Were born in Hong Kong.
Exactly. So remember, when you want to say yo nací, you need 2 words. I was born in, or 3 actually. I was born in Jalapa. They were born in Veracruz. We were born in whatever, right? Okay, and Itzel, how would you complete number 2?
Lynn lived in Sao Paulo until 6 years.
Until 6 years. Not exactly.
No, for 6 years.
For 6 years. Exactly. So remember, you use for whenever you have a period of time. I was working here, I worked there for 10 years. Trabajé ahí por 10 años, ¿no? For example, so you are talking about a period of time. And until, hasta, es hasta, and you're using an exact point in time. For example, you could say something like, I didn't came back home until 2 a.m. right? Until 2 a.m. No regresé a casa hasta la 1 de la mañana. So 1 a.m. is not a period of time. It's not a period of time. It's like an exact time, right? So you use the until whenever you are talking about a specific time. Or I was there, yo estuve ahí, I was there until I was 6, sorry. 6 years old, right? So yo me quedé ahí, I was there, o yo estaba ahí hasta que tuve 6 años, until I was 6 years old. So tener 6 años no es un periodo de tiempo, ¿no? It's like an exact point in time. All right, is that clear, the difference between for and until? Kind of?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Victor, how would you complete number 3?
Lynn moved to Seattle until she was 6.
Until she was 6. All right, that could work. Hasta que tenía 6 años, ¿no?
In this case, when can work?
When can work in that place, yeah. So Luke moved to Seattle when she was 6, cuando tenía 6 años. Because it's like a common phrase. When I was 10, when I was 15, cuando tenía 10, cuando tenía 15. Porque suena raro decir until I was 6. It can work, right? Hasta que tenía 6 años. If you need to say that, you can also say until, but it's more common to say when.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that was great. And finally, Isaac, how would you complete number 4?
Yes, teacher. Link's family moved to San Francisco 3 years long.
3 years long. Not exactly. Nope. 3 years ago would be in that place, right? Hace 3 años. La familia de Link se mudó a San Francisco hace 10 años, 3 years ago. And be careful because in Spanish, we say hace 3 años, right? So we put it at the beginning of the phrase. But in English, hace goes at the end of the phrase. So if you want to say hace 3 años, you would say 3 years ago. 3 years ago, hace 3 años. Or sometimes you can say a long time ago. A long time ago, what does that mean, Itzel? A long time ago. What do you think that means?
A long time ago is like hace mucho tiempo.
Exactly. Yeah, hace mucho tiempo. So how would you say something like, no he comido pescado hace mucho tiempo?
I didn't eat fish a long time ago.
Okay. Okay. So you can also say, for example, I ate fish a long time ago. I ate fish a long time ago. Es como, comí pescado hace muchos años. Or long ago, sometimes you can just say this, long ago, hace mucho. A long time ago es hace mucho tiempo y long ago es hace mucho nada más. It also works. También funciona decir long ago. Decir hace mucho tiempo. Okay. That was That was it. And okay, we can continue with the following thing. And it's right here. Okay. Okay, so it says here, be born, simple past. Okay. Yeah, so remember, be born is the same as say, I was born. Yo nazco. If you want to say, I don't know, I am born, that's weird to say, I am born. Porque no dices, ah, pues yo nazco en el presente, ¿no? Casi siempre que usamos born, usamos was. Nunca van a decir esto, ¿no? I am born, or she's born, or something like that. Unless you are giving birth. She's been born. Ellas están haciendo, ¿no? She's been born. It's happening right now. If you want to say that, but normally you would say she was born, right? In, remember, I was born in, donde sean. O también si van a decir el año, I was born in 1995. Nací en 1995. I was born, or she was born in 1995. Okay, and so in that case, back here, so we are dealing with prepositions. Until, from, and to are prepositions, right? So we already said that until means hasta. So we lived there until I was 6. Ah, pues vivimos ahí hasta los 6, hasta que tenía 6 años, hasta ese punto. Until I was 6. Now, from and to are two prepositions to say desde y hasta. Talking about the time and talking about place. For example,
I have a doubt. The difference between when and until, we can say until when we are talking about the past action.
We can both.
I was living in Izúcar until I was 12.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we can use when we are talking about the new situation. I moved to Puebla when I was 12.
Exactly. At that time. If you say when I was, okay, I moved to Puebla when I was 6. Es como decir, bueno, yo me mudé a Puebla cuando tenía 6 años, ¿no? En ese momento fue que yo me mudé. When I was 6.
Yeah, but the reference is the new situation. I moved to
Puebla
versus I was living.
Exactly. Yeah, you're talking about a change in your life. Yeah. Okay, sí. Estás hablando de un cambio en tu vida. When I was 6, when I was ready to understand. So you're talking about something new in your life. So for example, you could say, I knew her when I was a teenager. Okay. La conocí cuando era un adolescente, ¿no? A teenager. Entonces, estás hablando de algo nuevo, de una situación nueva. Esto, en este caso, ¿no? Que yo la conocí. Eso es lo nuevo. ¿Cuándo ocurrió eso? When I was a teenager. Sí, entonces sí, ya entendí tu pregunta, Víctor. Okay, and until, it's when you want to refer that something happened hasta cierto punto. For example, I took English. Well, no, I studied English. I studied English until I was 15, let's say. So until marks an end. ¿Saben? Es como hasta este punto. Yo estudié inglés hasta los 15 años. Quiere decir que después de los 15 años ya no estudiaste inglés. Entonces, until marca como el final de algo, como la conclusión de algo. ¿ok? Y normalmente en ideas negativas, por ejemplo, I didn't pay them until Monday. No les pagué hasta el lunes. I didn't pay them until Monday. Generalmente cuando tienen un auxiliar negativo, como didn't o cualquier otro, until marca un retraso en algo. Sobre todo cuando están hablando de tiempo.
Okay.
No, I couldn't sleep until the following day. I couldn't sleep until the following day. No pude dormir hasta el día siguiente. ¿Saben? Entonces están hablando de un retraso en el tiempo, ¿no? Como que, no pude hacer esto hasta el día siguiente. Entonces, con auxiliares negativos, until significa como un retraso.
And in this part, we need a specific time, no, a period, or this only a I don't know.
You need to express the time, yeah. For example.
No, but a specific time as the same of the other used for until. Or here when we use didn't, we don't need.
Okay, yeah. If you're using until, yeah, you need to mention hasta cuándo. So you need the when. Hasta cuándo.
Is when you, for example, say see you tomorrow is the same that when you say until tomorrow.
Hasta mañana. See you tomorrow, te veo mañana. Pero es que dices until tomorrow. It sounds like algo tiene que pasar hasta mañana. Por ejemplo, I won't pay you until tomorrow. No te voy a pagar hasta mañana, hasta ese punto.
Okay.
So yeah, you need the when, cuándo, ¿no?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna close the session.
No, correct when you use until tomorrow for the when you say goodbye.
No, you cannot say that. No, when you want to say like, hasta mañana, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, okay.
And that's it. But until tomorrow, you're expressing like a delay in something, un retraso en algo, ¿no? Algo que debió haber pasado hoy, pero va a pasar hasta mañana.
Okay. I remember that phrase because a long ago when taking class in English when in secondary, when the teacher she say much this phrase until tomorrow.
Well, not exactly.
No, it's incorrect.
It's incorrect to say that. Yeah, it's incorrect because you're talking about a delay, un retraso.
But that is my question.
Sí, no. O sea, no dices until tomorrow para decir hasta mañana, ¿no? O sea, no para despedirte, pues. Si necesitas decir, I will pay you until tomorrow. I will pay you until tomorrow. Eso sí, te voy a pagar hasta mañana.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I'm going to close the session and I'm going to open it again. Okay, so don't go. Okay, so... See, bueno, remember, you have until or you have till. Until and till are exactly the same. Okay, so you can use until or you can use or just till. Right? Okay, and do you have any more questions with till and until itself?
No, teacher, it's clear for me.
All right. Okay. And Victor, what about you? Do you have any questions with until?
No.
No. All right. Okay, it's all clear. Okay, so from and to are two important questions right here because they are used when you want to say something like desde, from, hasta. From and to are used to say desde hasta. So for example, you can say something like, I work from 3 p.m. I work from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Trabajo desde las 3 hasta las 9, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Relating with time, right? But you can also use it for space. So from Miami to USA. Bueno, no, USA. From Miami to Mexico, let's say. Desde Miami hasta México. From to. Is that clear? It's not that complex. Okay, so when you want to say from, desde hasta. Okay, so I think that's quite clear. And okay. And for 6 years since, okay. So I think that's it, right? Last year, well, last year is del año pasado. 3 years ago, hace 3 años. Remember, you can use any kind of expression with ago. 3 years ago, a long time ago, not so long ago. No hace mucho tiempo, por ejemplo, pues no hace mucho tiempo, sería not so long ago. So, for example, how would you say, Itzel, la vi no hace mucho? La vi a ella. La vi a ella no hace mucho. ¿Cómo dirías eso, Itzel?
I don't know if it is correct, but I see her not so long ago.
All right. I saw her.
So.
I saw her not
so long ago. In the past. Okay.
In the past, exactly. Yep. No hace mucho, no? Not so long ago. And yeah, so it also remember in May, when you're talking about months, you need to say in May, in March, in January, and I don't know, in December, or when you're talking about years, in 1995. Okay, I think that's clear. And okay, saying years, remember, when you have a 0, you need to say like a no. 1906, 1906, 1807. What am I saying there, Victor? 1807. ¿Qué año es ese?
1807.
1807.
1907.
1807.
1807.
1807, exactly. Okay, Jorge, if I say 1609. 1609.
16?
1609.
1609.
Exactly. All right. If I say something like Itzel, 1707.
1707.
Okay. And Isaac, if I say something like 1409.
1409.
Exactamente. And when you have 2 digits, then remember you need to divide it right in 2. So 1988, in that case, 1988, 1988. If I say something like 1945, Jorge, what am I saying? 1945.
1945? Okay.
1945.
1946.
Okay, that was close. 1945, 1945.
Perdón. Sí,
45. Okay, all right. And it said, if I say something like 1889, 1889.
1800, I don't remember the last part.
1889.
1889.
Exactamente. Okay. Okay. And Victor, if I say something like 1847.
1847.
Okay, exactly. And finally, Isaac, if I say something like 1749.
1759.
Okay, 1849.
40. 49.
Ok, exactamente. Exactamente. Entonces, bueno, ahora, cuando tienen ya los 2000, cuando ya llegan a los 2000, ahí sí recuerden que tienen dos maneras. La misma, es decir, partiendo el número a la mitad, por ejemplo, así. Y pueden decir 2007 if you want. 2007, just like this one right here. Or you can say the complete number, 2007. Sometimes they say 2007 without the end. 2007,
Is
2000.
correct? Say the all number?
All the number, yeah.
Okay.
From,
Teacher, I have a question. Is 20 or is 20?
Both are correct. 20 or 20.
Okay.
Both are correct. And yeah, so remember 2007 or 2007. It's more common to hear 2000 and then the number. So for example, if you have something like this, 2015, or something like this, how would you say that itself, that year?
Well, first 20.
This one right here.
2011 or 2011?
Okay, 2011, that's one. And if you want to say the complete number?
2011 or 2011.
Okay, 2011. So when you have two digits, you don't need the end. 2011.
Right.
So you use the end when you have a 0 right here. Cuando tienen un 0 ahí, entonces ya añaden el end, ¿no? So how would you say that, Víctor? 2001.
2001 or 2001.
Exactly, 2001 or 2001. Exactly, right. Okay, so how would you say this year, Isaac, with the two forms?
2020.
Okay, and using the other?
2020.
2020, exactly. Exactly. Okay, and well, I think that's it. And do you have any questions with the year?
No.
No?
It's clear.
All right. Okay. Okay, so it says here, complete the conversations with the verbs given and circle the correct words, then listen and check. Okay, so first, before we listen, try to answer this part right here, which is number 6. Okay, so how many are we? 4, 5. Okay, so the first one is already done. Okay. So, Jorge, you're going to do number 2. Itzel, number 3. Victor, number 4. And Isaac, number 5. Okay. All right.
Okay, teacher.
And we are going to do number 6 together. So. Argue, by the way, this verb right here, argue means pelear. Pero pelear de discutir, ¿no? No de agarrarse a golpes. Argue es eso. Y fight, bueno, fight ya tiene más que ver como pelear, pelearse ya con más violencia, ¿no?
Teacher, agree is when you don't accord with the other person or not?
When you have a misunderstanding with someone.
Okay.
Malentendido. So we argue. All right. When your mother have a job. Okay. Okay, if you're done, you can tell me.
I'm done.
Okay, all right. So it's done. Itzel, are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think, yes.
All right. Okay, Jorge, what about you? Are you done?
Yeah, teacher, I done.
All right. And Isaac, are you done?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so here we go. Before we we watch the answers, I want you to hear the audio tape so you can check out if you have the right or the wrong question, the wrong answer, sorry. So, okay, let me share the audio. Share, okay, so pay attention to your part. We are going to listen to the whole conversation, okay?
Page 45. 2. Grammar. Be born. Simple past. Review. Time expressions. A. Complete the conversations with the verbs given. Circle the correct words. Then listen and check. 1.
Where was your mother born? Was your father born there too?
My parents were born in Vancouver in 1945.
2.
Where did you live when you were young? Did you grow up in a big city?
Actually, I grew up in Seattle. We stayed there until I started high school.
3. Who was your best friend in school? How long were you friends?
Well, my best friend was Jane. We were friends for a long time.
4. Did you and your best friend ever argue? What did you fight about?
We didn't fight a lot, but one time we didn't talk for 3 weeks.
5. Who took care of you when you were little? Did your mother have a job?
My mother worked, so no one was home when I got home from school. I went to a neighbor's house, but I wasn't there long.
Okay, so did you got it right? Kind of.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to be letter A, Jorge, and you are going to be letter B in number 2. Okay. So where did you live when you were young? Did you grow up in a big city?
Yeah, actually, I grew up in Seattle and we stayed there. ¿Qué dice?
Okay, I'm sorry. I grew up.
There until I started high school, no?
Exactly. So the past of grow is grew. I grew up. Grow up. Yo crezco, ¿no?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So, yeah, I'm right. So we stayed. Okay, we stayed. We need to talk about verbs. All right, because we have, how do you say, it's no common verbs now. Okay, verbos. Ay, se me fue el nombre. Verbos regulares, regular verbs and irregular verbs. And we need to talk about that, but we won't have time here. So we are going to discuss irregular and regular verbs the next class, right? Okay, so number 3, itself. I'm gonna be letter A and you are going to be letter B. Okay? So
Okay.
who was your best friend in high school? How long were you friends?
Well, my best friend was Jane. We were friends for a long time.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, and number 4, Victor, I'm going to be letter A and you are going to be letter B. Okay. Okay, did you and your friends ever argue? What did you fight about?
We didn't fight a lot, but one time we didn't talk for 3 weeks.
Exactly. All right. Okay, and Isaac, finally, I'm going to be letter A and you are going to be letter B. So who took care of you when you were little? Did your mother have a job?
My mother worked, so no one wasn't home. When I got home from school, I went to a neighbor's house, but I wasn't there long.
I wasn't there long. Exactly. All right. Okay, perfect. Okay, so before we do this part right here, which is, okay. So we need to talk about the auxiliary verb did. Okay. So remember, you always have 4 ways of saying anything. Siempre tienen 4 maneras, which is affirmative and interrogative. Affirmative and interrogative. And at the same time, you have affirmative positive and affirmative negative. Interrogative positive and negative. So for example, if you want to say something like, no hablaba mucho, how would you say that, Jorge? Yo hablaba mucho, vamos a decir. Yo hablaba mucho. Afirmativa positiva. ¿Cómo dirías eso?
I talking so much.
I talking.
I speak so much.
Okay, but the past form of speak is I spoke.
Yeah.
I spoke too much.
I spoke much, yeah.
Okay, so Jorge, if you want to say the same sentence, but now affirmative negative, how would you say, yo no hablaba mucho?
I don't spoke too much.
All right, I didn't.
I didn't, yeah. Sorry.
I didn't, yeah, don't worry, I didn't speak too much. So remember, when you have
is when you pass the I don't.
Exactly.
Right?
It's the past of do and does.
Okay.
So
I don't remember that. Thank you.
So don't worry. Entonces estamos viendo, didn't es el pasado de do y de does, de esos ambos. Es decir, en presente tiene que estar lidiando con do y does, ¿no? Dependiendo de cuál sea su activo.
Yep.
Pero en pasado está más fácil porque el pasado de eso es didn't. Y didn't ya no tienen que estarse preocupando que si does es para he, she o it o do para los demás. Didn't funciona para todos. So I didn't speak too much. Okay, so Isaac, how would you say the same sentence but now interrogative positive? ¿Hablaba mucho?
Okay. Did he speak much too?
Okay, but the subject is I.
Okay. Did I
what?
Speak too?
Did I speak too much? Exactly.
Too much?
Oye, ¿hablaba mucho? Did I speak too much? And remember, when you have a D in the middle of two vowel sounds, cuando tienen una D en medio de dos sonidos vocales, en este caso aquí hay una I y aquí hay hay un diptongo, ¿no? Que es una I. Entonces, cuando eso pasa, did I speak? Did I? Esta D se convierte en R. Did I speak too much? Entonces, ¿cómo dirías eso, Isaac? Did I speak too much?
Did I speak too much?
Exactamente. Entonces, bueno, recuerden eso, ¿eh? Cuando tengan did, en general, cuando tengan una D y esa D esté en medio de fonemas vocálicos, se convierte en R, ¿eh? Did I. Si no, pónganlo en Youglish. Vayan a Youglish y pongan did, luego I, y se van a dar cuenta que hay una R ahí. Did I say it? Lo dije. Ahora, y más aún también, esto sí es importante que lo recuerden. Cuando tengan cualquier palabra, en este caso es I, y después tengan una palabra que comience con S, y esa S vaya seguida de un sonido consonante, como lo es SP, entonces acuérdense que lo que va a pasar ahí es que esta S se va a pegar con lo que esté atrás. Entonces, did I speak? Did I speak? No did I speak. Fíjense que hay una diferencia, ¿no? Decir did I speak que decir did I speak. ¿Cómo dirías eso? Víctor, did I speak too much?
Did I speak too much?
Exactly. How would you say that, Itzel? Did I speak too much?
Did I speak too much?
Exactly. Okay. And Isaac, did I speak too much?
Did I speak too much?
Exactly. All right. And finally, Jorge, how would you say, did I speak too much?
Did I speak too much?
Exactly. It sounds as if you were saying something like this. Did I speak? Did I speak? Did I speak too much? Por esa razón que ya dijimos. ¿Ok? Bueno, vamos a la siguiente clase, vamos a ahondar un poco más en el past simple, porque esto es pasado simple. ¿Sale? Vamos a ver para qué se usa, Vamos a ver en principio para ver para qué se usa, ¿no? Y cómo es que funciona. Y vamos a ver la pronunciación de los verbos regulares, es decir, los que terminan con ed, porque hay 3 posibles pronunciaciones para esos verbos, que es con t, con d o con id. Pero eso depende mucho de la clase de sonido que tienen antes de la ed. O sea, es todo un tema eso, ¿saben? Entonces, vamos a analizar eso porque se van a dar cuenta que las eds, o los verbos que terminan en ed, son de los verbos que más nos cuestan trabajo pronunciar a nosotros. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Bueno, entonces, see you on Thursday, guys. And remember, you need to be answering your recreo activities. All right?
Okay.
Okay, so see
Okay,
you
teacher.
Thursday. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Welcome.
Bye. Thank you, teacher.